I mean, I'm a grown man and I can do without friends. I don't need friends.
One eternity later.
지금 바로 브릿지TV의 멤버가 되세요. 멤버 전용 영상, 라이브 방송, 브이로그, 영어로만 말하는 영상, 대본, 학습 자료까지 가입 버튼을 누르시거나 고정 댓글란의 링크를 클릭해주세요.
What's up, Quassers? So in this episode, I'm going to talk about networking and how my views on making new friends have evolved over time. So, just like everyone else, back in college, I had a lot of friends. I went to different parties every night and had a lot of fun, got drunk. But if you're my age, I'm in my late 30s, if you're my age, you'll understand that post-graduation, your life changes very dramatically. Well, for most people, at least. And when that happens, your priorities begin to shift. And as a result, you end up spending more time with your family than with your friends. And in my particular case, after I got my master's, I worked crazy hours. So if it was not for my friend's birthday or wedding ceremony that I had to attend, I would almost never go out. Well, there were some occasional high school reunions and I hung out with my friends from middle school, but that's almost like an annual event. Now, after I moved to Toronto, my social life disappeared. I have zero social life, nothing, nada. I literally have zero friends. Well, there are several reasons for that. For one, I have an online business and most of my work is done in my home office, so I rarely go out, except for when I go to school. So if you have followed me closely, you probably know that I'm in school right now. I'm studying graphic design at a college, and some classes are conducted online and some classes are in person, so I have to go to the campus 2 to 3 times a week. So other than that, I spend most of my day in my home office prepping for my classes and giving feedback to my students. And I've been living this kind of lifestyle for 2 to 3 years now. When I first came to Canada, I was so busy that, feeling lonely or needing a friend, it was a luxury to me, right? I was that busy. I was sleeping a couple hours per night and then, the workload happened really crazy. Plus I had to do my assignments from school. So yeah, you can pretty much imagine how busy I have been. So for that 3 years or so in Canada, I thought a lot about establishing meaningful relationships, making new friends in a new environment. But I didn't know where to find people that I can trust. So I casually tried to find some online communities on Meetup and other similar networking sites, only to find out there aren't any active online communities based in Toronto. So I tried Bumble too. When you hear of Bumble, you may instantly associate it with dating and a one-night stand, but there are many different types of Bumble apps. So I chose a Bumble app that was dedicated to finding friends online. I've always wanted to be part of a community of content creators because being a content creator can sometimes feel really lonely. I'm literally talking to a camera right now, right? That's all I do, right? Talk to a camera and then edit the video and post it online. Of course, I have connections with my subscribers. I believe I have an amazing community on my channel, but I wanted to find someone in real life, other like-minded, creative folks based in Toronto. Well, but my experience with Bumble was not so pleasant all the time because one, there's so many gay guys who lie about their identity and they approach straight guys in an attempt to convert them into gay people. So I've had several unpleasant encounters with gay people. I try to respect them, but when they lied about their sexual orientation and pretended as if they were interested in making new friends, I didn't really appreciate that. So instead of having a one-on-one conversation with a stranger that I cannot trust, I decided to create a group. So both men and women can join the online group. So I can go through their profile and decide whether to let that person in or turn down their request. A lot of people have shown interest in my group. And as we speak, I have about 15 members. But the problem is Even after attracting people to your Bumble group, it's really hard to convince them to meet in person because people generally don't trust someone they met online. So I created that group, I think last winter. That's when my thoughts on networking began to change a little bit. I'm totally okay with not having a friend. You know, if I wanted to, I could find friends at college, except that they're in their 20s, right? And I'm in my late 30s. We do not have many common grounds. So we're just at a different stage of life. Their major interests are making new friends and going to parties and hanging out after class, whilst my own interests are growing my business, picking up my kid, or helping my kid with her schoolwork. So it would be kind of awkward for me to try to find friends at school. Actually, there are some students who wanted to hang out and I gave it a try and we had nothing in common. So I figured that I was okay with how things were, you know, not having friends that I can talk to on a regular basis. That was totally fine with me because I was already too busy with my work and my schoolwork. But then I kind of had a change of heart and I began to think more deeply about friendship in general. I'm in a different country. I have all my friends back home and I'm okay with not having friends. But you know, people say your network is your net worth. So in other words, your connections matter. It's not about what you do, but who you know. So knowing the right people at the right time in your life can make a world of difference. So I decided to force myself to build connections with new friends. Because when you think about it, every human being on this planet has a unique life experience. They come from different backgrounds, different cultures, and they receive different education. So making friends with someone opens up a whole new world. It's like a huge potential being unlocked. So you have your own universe. So here's that person's universe. So when you connect, the two universes join together. And who knows what kind of synergy effects it can have, right? So when I first came to Canada, I was like, I can't be bothered. I was always thinking about the opportunity cost, right? If I don't waste my time sitting down with someone for a coffee for a couple hours, and instead spend that time getting my work done, I can earn more money. You know, that was a rationale behind my reluctance to find new friends. But now my view has changed because it's not always about money. You know, life sometimes means more than just making greater profits. So what I did was I actually met those members in my Bumble group in person for the first time ever. And I also invited 2 other Korean content creators and we had a blast. It felt so good to be around like-minded, creative individuals who have different experiences with different platforms, and we shared our tips and our experiences on social media. It was a whole lot of fun. You know, there are things that only content creators can relate to. And if you talk about these things with people who do not create their own content, they will never be able to empathize with you. So I really loved the experience. And those folks that I met, they were really nice and kind. They were funny. You know, we had such a great time together. And after finishing lunch, Stephanie and I grabbed coffee in the park nearby. And we talked about our journey as an English educator and also content creator. You know, talking to someone in the same niche as you just feels good, you know? And it was almost the first time that I ever hung out with so many people that I've never met before. But I like the experience and I'm planning to do it on a more regular basis. Maybe next time we'll be joined by other content creators as well. If you have been reluctant to go out and make new friends, I want to say you should give it a shot because you never know what kind of world awaits you. If you have to force yourself to do that, maybe do it, right? Force yourself to move out of your comfort zone, making new friends, and connecting with people who might enrich your life just a little more. So today's video was not my typical K-pop or entertainment news / English education video, but I might occasionally do this. But if you like this video where I spoke only in English, and if you found it helpful and inspirational, please consider joining my channel. You can do that by clicking the join button down below. And when you become a member, it will unlock so many perks, including more videos like this and vlogs, as well as study materials and access to exclusive chat rooms, custom badges, and custom emojis. So check out my plans. There are many different tiers, so check the perks for each tier and choose the best tier for you. All right, so that's it for today. Please hit the like button down below and the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in my next video. To the other side.